Hey, welcome back to the Virgo channel. My name is Laura, and I'm going to do a general message for Virgo. Know that energy is fluid, roles could be reversed. You know the deal. Just interpret the message as it best resonates with you. Never force anything. Also, know that I like to take these readings a little bit deeper if you're new to my channel. I do look at everything, but that also means that I look at the spiritual blocks, the shadows, to see how they play out as karmic themes within your everyday experiences. Gives you an opportunity to heal because when we have shadows, what happens is that we continue to play the same karmic themes over and over and over again. We live the same karmic themes. When I say we play the same karmic themes, it means that we have the same behaviorisms and habits unconsciously that create the same karmic themes. So we actually begin to believe that we can't have. It keeps us in a place of disempowerment, place of fear, place of lack, where really you are the universe. You are abundant. The same energy that's the universe is actually inside of you, which is the same energy as God, the same energy as unconditional love. You have that energy. When you are in a place of a cognitive dissonance, it means that you're in a place of imbalance. It means that you're, again, that you're in a place of limitation, and so that makes you out of balance. And when you are out of balance, you unconsciously form habits and behaviorisms to try to create balance within your life. So you can actually not know that you're out of balance and feel you're out of balance because you don't feel good. You feel like I'm drained, I don't have energy. That's one way. Or I'm really emotional is another way to be able to tell whether you're out of balance. Another way is also if you can't, your mind can't stop with the mind chatter and you can't receive divine guidance, which is your intuition. These are all little ways, really big ways actually, that we can tell whether we have a spiritual block. So this is not just a predictionary channel, this is also a healing channel because you create your own reality. Because there's many different realities that can play in at one time. Or my job is to hopefully guide you into making the best choices by us looking at what's actually happening. Okay. So the word that you're going to write in your comment bar is loneliness. Loneliness. You're going to write that word in your comment bar. Well, I'm also feeling, by the way, you'll know if I chose you for the winner, if again you want to enter into winning a free reading with me, you write this word in your comment bar. I'll write the word winner underneath. We'll correspond a little bit back and forth on YouTube. Then just reach out to me through my email and we can figure out the best day and time that works for the both of us. And the day of your reading, the day before, maybe a week before, I'll send you the link. This way you won't be like, I can't find the link. You'll be able to find it. Go straight to your inbox. So I feel like, again, you're connected to someone that's in isolation and they're getting really impatient. They're getting really impatient because they were waiting on you. They were waiting for you to like come to them. You've been in separation for a long time. And I feel like you're like over my dead body, I would never go to you. So there's a sense of for a long time, I think that they tried to emotionally manipulate you to try and make you do it. And then that didn't work. And then they tried, now they're trying to like a little bit of a nicer approach, but that still isn't working. So, and they're lonely. They don't have anything else going on. They're not putting their mind towards anything. They kind of feel like they're almost like in jail. That's the energy. So whether or not your person is um, literally in jail, whether they're in probation, whether they're surrounded by people that they feel like they can't do something, or whether they again are in a marriage and they're trying to get out of it, or they're in a connection and they're trying to get out of it. There's a sense that they're in isolation, that they're not allowed to like reach out to you. And so they're getting really impatient because they're waiting for you to do something. And the more time that passes, the more insecure that they're getting. Okay. So there's a sense that they're just so um in this very low vibe energy. Again, get like almost to a place where they're getting really emotional, again, waiting and waiting, getting more and more insecure, and then getting anxiety because they are feeling like you're moving further away from them. This is the underlying energy. Now let's take a peek at what's going on. Let's take a peek at what's going on with your situation. You and I were too young. See, they want to try and make excuses, and I don't really feel like you were too young. I feel like they were too immature. They weren't ready to be in a relationship. Maybe for some of you guys, again, that's a selected few. Um, I want to be more than friends with you. So listen, they're in a place, like I said, they're in uh regret and they're in a place of full-blown anxiety because they know that they were immature. They know that they acted stupid. So of course, again, part of the reason why they want you to come back to talk to them is to like try and work something out. Finding out the truth crush me. It's like I feel like they feel like you don't care about them. And I feel like you don't care about them because you're not caving to them. There's a sense that this person needed to apologize for something. They didn't want to do it. They didn't want to do it not because of any other reason except for, again, their ego. Some people actually that grow up in an environment that creates shame, where they have shame, it's like they won't apologize. So there's a little bit of this energy there that like your person just didn't want to apologize for something that they did that they knew now that they should have apologized for. And then like you were different after that. So I feel like they came in and out of your life for a little while, and then you kind of put a stop to that. And so they haven't been in your life. They didn't come to like fix the situation. They didn't make it any better. But the whole time, every step of the way, this person was waiting for you to chase them. This person was waiting for you to like do something. And what they see is you didn't do it. So I feel like that crushed their ego, that crushed their self-esteem, that crushed the way their whole confidence level. So it's why this person like isn't really doing anything. I'm grateful for the spiritual lesson. Well, I feel like that this person, in a way, this is going to sound crazy, but I feel like they believe that they didn't know how to love or that they couldn't be loved. And what they're learning, as even though this whole situation is really messed up because they messed up this situation a great deal, that they still have very strong feelings that they can love, that's not something that you can control. It's almost like when you're a kid, you think that you can't sleep. You know, and sometimes kids and adults say, when I was a kid, I felt like I didn't know how to sleep. It's like you had to do something. It's like just the same as love. It's like you don't need to know how to do those things. But I feel like your person was brought up around people that made them feel as if they were not lovable, which made them close down their heart, which also made them then have very toxic relationships. And you didn't let it go there. You did not let it go there. So this person also learned about you is what I'm feeling. Feeling like learned from you, meaning that the way that you just kind of disengaged and you didn't like go all into the drama and try and fix the relationship and try and fix them and change them and manipulate, which is normally what would happen. It's like you didn't do that. And at first it did crush them because it crushed their ego. But like, oh, I thought that you really had strong feelings for me. Now I have to look at myself and then I have to look at like how I acted, which is like an ass. And you know, and but in spite of it all, in spite of it all, I still have feelings for you. It's like, and I still like you're still there. Like there's actually a whole other thing. I don't believe that your person believed in a spiritual realm. Like if you would just say, go get a reading, they would laugh at you. They would say, that's non-existent. That's sci-fi, or that's not real, or that's they always look for like the whole, the logic, the reasoning, and there is no reasoning with love. There just is. And so they're being forced to actually look at themselves and look at their behavior, and that's wild to them. It's almost like a little traumatizing also to them, but it's good this because I feel like this is a person that's really, 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 really grounded, someone that is very systematic, someone that's really logical in the way that they handle things. So they could be a really good business person, but within their relationship, they're god horrible. Again, betrayal. They've suffered a tremendous amount of betrayal. And part of them feels like is it going to be even okay because are you going to feel as if I, hurt you because I know that I didn't really treat you the way that I should have. You are the first thing on my mind when I wake up in the morning. But in spite of it, it's like I still can't walk away. And still like again, they bob back and forth between their toxic thoughts and and really having strong feelings and not being able to control it. It's almost like you can see like the battle between good and evil, right? Going on in your person. And I wish you knew how grateful I am that I have met you. It's again, you inspire them, you showed them a different way, but they know that they have to get strong to walk that way in that way. It's like they see it now where they didn't even know it existed, that they could be loved like this before. I know that that sounds so cheesy, like, but I heard that song, never knew love like this before. Like that's like this person. It's like I'll do you all a favor. I'm not gonna sing because I can't hold a tune in a bucket. I'm telling you, but this person has never felt that way. They're like, I don't have any control. I don't really give a fuck what happens in my life as long as I like fix this. There's a part of them that's like that. And I feel like it's also because they have abandonment issues. So when intimacy and abandonment issues. So the issue is when a person gets abandoned in childhood, and this is what I'm feeling for this person got abandoned in childhood. And so what happens is it tends to play out as really toxic relationships where they again closed down their heart. They didn't believe that they could have love. And the toxic relationships would always end up in betrayal because your person would then shut their heart down. They would go from one extreme to another. So they really felt like it's not possible. And that's why they're like, I want you to know how grateful I am. It's like, because without love in your life, could you imagine how dull it is? Like you're living really from your addictions. You're living from such a lower energy. It's that you're only thinking about yourself and you're living from your emotions, what that person wanted when they wanted it. So it's a very indulgent type of lifestyle. And it's where you overeat, you might do drugs, you might do things to fill yourself because you feel so empty because you don't feel like you don't have love. You don't feel like you're lovable. And so, again, what would play out is this person's belief that they weren't lovable. Now they meet you and they're handling you the same exact way that they handled everybody else. And they're like, now they have mud on their face. Now they have mud on their face, and they're like, and they really are crushed because it's like, imagine having to look at your life like, like you have to go back to like living without love, right? Because they decided to play all these games. So of course that there's a sense of having a lot of anxiety, feeling really insecure, really not knowing what to do. I'm faced with the constant reminders of you. So it's like they're like in hell now. It's almost like the more time that passes, the worse that they feel. Like, and it's like almost like I want to say it's almost like a dream. I don't need to say it like that, but it's more like, because this person had a big ego, and you're like in having like a strong spiritual connection that this person like undermined it because of their past relationships. It doesn't mean that your pain doesn't hurt any less. So seeing that they have to be forced to learn, which is again, of course, with the reminders of you, it's like you laugh because it's like, oh yeah, every corner you turn, you're gonna see my face. You know, like, they look into the food that they order, there's your face. Like everything that they look at is, reminds them because they feel so guilty. They feel so guilty because they have such strong feelings in their life and they're looking at their life. So that's why I'm laughing. I know I need to release attachments of karmic people. I'm creating a plan to leave him or her. So again, it's with some of you that again, this person was living a facade and attached to somebody else, but there was no love there. It's like it's again a facade. I need you to trust me and believe I am working towards union with you. They're working their way back in spite of whatever you're seeing. Because it's again, I feel like because of the more time that goes by, the more that they're like, I feel like that they're like having a nervous breakdown a little bit. Like I said, they're getting a lot of anxiety. They feel like you're moving on, which of course you would. Why would you sit there? Um, Especially if they're connected to karmic people, no one would want no one would want that too many. No one would want to to be in that. It's like, but this person doesn't feel happy. It's like, so the more that they are going to feel miserable, the more that eventually, I feel like one day they're just going to like get up and come running into your life. That's the energy. They're like, I can't take it anymore. But oh, two jumps out. Okay. I want to hold you in my arms and feel our bodies unite as one. Okay, so there's a lot of passion there, you see. And then I need to move slowly with this, but trust that I am moving even when it seems that I'm not. And that's what I'm saying. So they're coming. They're coming for you. It's just they're working through their process. And it's scary for them because they're actually moving into the unknown. But what they do know is it's going to be a hell of a lot better than where they are. That's number one. And number two, that, they're like, well, like, never felt love like this before. And I feel like I can accomplish anything and we can get through anything with this person. It's like almost like went from one extreme to another. It's like they're trying to like motivate themselves up. but that really is their energy. So we ask Spirit, okay, for those of you that want to be in this connection, and I'm assuming that you would want to be in this connection if they came back and apologized and showed a new way. For those of you that don't, you guys can click off, but for those of you that do, collective reading. So I'm going to say, Divine Light, I am an expression of love and I shine like the sun. My inner light is my strength and my treasure. My intuition guides me to discover the wonders and goodness of who I am. So this is still more about you still creating yourself. This person, like I said, they're making their way back to you. It's like, it could be a day, it could be a week, it could be a month, it could be a few months. I don't see it being years. This person can't stay in this type of pain for this long. They're like, I can't take it. They're not happy where they are. And again, they know that what they have to do. It's scary to do it. So, but we're not going to sit here and wait. And what Spirit is saying is like, no, 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 you are an expression of love. Continue to be that expression of love. Your love, you become expression of love by doing what you love. So continue to master your craft. Continue to put the energy and time into yourself and shine like the sun. It's again because you'll attract people and situations and experiences that resonate with that. Let your inner light and strength be your treasure. No one can take that from you. When you feel that and that is strong, no matter what happens outside of life, it won't matter. You'll be able to go with the flow of life. And that's important, especially in a relationship, because we don't have control over the people in our life. And we certainly don't want them to have control over our life. Let your intuition guide you, not your fear. Only in the now do you get divine guidance through gut, intuition, inner knowing. That's through the higher self, the God part of self. And discover the wonder and goodness of the universe, of again, what the world has to offer you, and also of who you actually are. And that is how you, again, cultivate your internal treasure, right? Again, that's your passions for life. That's what makes you you. That's your individuality. Again, once you make that strong, you become a magnet to who and what resonates with that energy. And like I said, it won't matter what happens in the outside world because that's your connection to God. That's your connection to the universe. That's your connection to unconditional love. And that, my friend, is your connection to actually inspire, that has been inspiring your person to actually want to heal themselves and to realize that they are lovable, that they can experience love, that they're around the wrong types of people that are karmic. And that's what it took for them to leave. It's a scary process. Be patient. Again, because they're coming for you. All right. I'll talk to you guys soon.